All right, my man, thank you for sending your swing over. Here is my analysis of it. So first things first, your back line right here, I love where that is at 151. Balance points, I think those would be pretty good, which is this line right in here. So you've got the back of the armpits, the knees, the balls, the feet. I think those would be sitting in line. We can just see how the feet are slightly closed out in relation to what the shoulders are. So I think your balance would be pretty good. So we could square the feet up just a little bit, and that would help. The only other thing I would do at setup is I would like to see this arm sit a little bit more tucked and a little bit more relaxed, so the shoulder isn't over rounding right here. Those would be the setup changes that I would make. As we start to go through your move, I'm a huge fan of what you do with your hands. So I love how loaded your trail wrist is getting right here. So your trail wrist is very loaded. Lead wrist is going into flexion. Lead arm is on your shoulder. You can sit almost on our shoulder. So this might be minutely flat. I really like what your arms do though, if I'm being honest with you. Here would be the issue that I'm seeing. So this trail leg here, all this is doing, this is just pressure shifting and locking. So if we go back from the beginning to here, so we can see this leg is just locking right here. So your hip is actually starting to pop out, it looks like. So what I think we would need to do more of for you is we need to see this we need to see this femur and this knee. We need to see this actually rotating. So if this is, let's say this is 12 o'clock right here, I need you to feel like your femur and your knee are actually getting around to here before you start extending the leg backwards right there. So I'd like to see a little bit more rotation. So and then as you're rotating the knee and the femur around towards 2 o'clock, what you can then do is I need you to take your seam line on your right side, your lead side, and I need you to feel like you're actually turning it back to this line in the center of your feet, almost to where you would be able to get it behind. And that would help us out a lot, because on the downswing right here, when this leg is locked and then you have a pressure shift, this is where it looks like you get a little too far in front of it. And we kind of have to stop our turn, and you can see now our back line is starting to change quite a bit. It's starting to stand up right here. You can see the spine is starting to round. So that is we just don't have enough space, and the arms are working a little bit too quickly. So what I would like to do is I would like to get minutely fixed. I would like to change the setup just a little bit. And rather than this leg just locking out completely, we're going to get the knee and the femur that are here at 12 o'clock. We're going to get those to rotate before they extend. And then we are going to take the seam line on your lead side, and I'd like to see you rotate it more behind or on this line right here so that you have a little bit more space. You'll be able to then start working this trail arm up a little bit higher, and we'd be able to start working on separating the pelvis better, and I think you'd be in a really good spot. So those are the things that I would work on, buddy. Keep the arm structure the way it is. Make those slight tweaks to setup and what we're going to do with the trail leg and then your lead side rib cage. And then after that gets comfortable, let's work on pushing this trail arm up just a little bit higher so that we could get this lead arm on shoulder line, and then we can start working on separation. Hope this helps, and if you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks.